Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I will be reacting to a video that I've also wanted to watch for a while. The End of 343 Industries, Dawn of a New Halo Era by TheActman. Obviously, his video and his channel is going to be linked in the description. Go check him out, like the video, and go sub to him. You know, it's always nice helping out a small content creator. Him helping me, not the other way around. I will say this, when it comes to the whole 343 Industries thing, I'm kind of in the loop and I kind of know what's going on. Call me out if I'm wrong, but so far from what I know, 343 is no longer, or quote unquote no longer, it is now Halo Studios. Woo! I remember it was Halo Infinite, I think is where it started. They tried making a new engine called the Slipspace engine, if I'm right. That was a total shit show because yet again, if I remember, they kept hiring like people to come in to make the engine, then they will fire them. What are they called again? Crap, they said it in the freaking legendary drop, said the term hiring workers or crap, I forgot. Whatever, they just hired people to do a job. Once the job was done, they get booted. Basically, they would do that for an engine, which makes no sense, and then they would hire new people or get new people and be like, hey, work on this engine to make the game. So then it will take even longer because they would have to get used to the engine. And then now they are announcing was the new Halo Studios, and apparently that was the new Halo game. I think they're in production. They're using Unreal Engine 5. I remember some people saying that the graphics look nice. And can I say graphics are just, I'm so done. I don't know why people are so into graphics. Graphics need to be better. Graphics need to be this. Graphics need to be... Why? Dude, look at it. Look, I'm gonna put editor, put in the screen. Left side, Call of Duty. Right side, I forgot the name of the game. God damn it. What is it called? BattleBit. There you go. BattleBit. Boom. One game has, well, they tried making it look super freaking good, yet the game sucks. The other one, it's Roblox, yet the game was good. I don't know how good it is nowadays. I've heard that the developers weren't fixing the game with, lag or network issues and all that. But either way, I would rather play BattleBit than Call of Duty. Honestly, I would rather if Call of Duty would just be like, hey, we're not going to worry about graphics. We're going to make a freaking 3 polygon video game of... the new Call of Duty is going to be only 3 polygons. And we're going to just focus all our resources on making the best game ever. Screw graphics. I would probably buy that Call of Duty and be like, wow, the game's actually optimized well for once. Because they're not focused... 90% of all their employees just worrying about graphics. I would rather have a game that has a little bit of okay graphics, but better story, better optimization, better gameplay. Whatever, let's move on. That's basically my whole knowledge of the whole Halo thing that's going on right now. Oh, also, if you're new to the channel, first off, sub and like. In my first reaction video, which also, if you haven't checked out, it's in the description, very chill and fun video. We reacted to Legendary Drops' video. I don't have a webcam, so I'm gonna basically put a post gameplay webcam. Boom, for example, right there. Thank you, editor, for working your magic. With that, ladies and gentlemen, we will start the video. Let's check this video out.
It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new life for Halo. What's up, everybody?
Yeah.
This is TheActman here, and today the monument
I'm liking
to
that.
all our...
What is it? What is it called? The goatee or the? I like the facial hair.
our sins has collapsed.
Oh.
343 Industries is no more.
Whatever semblance of unity and protection.
I'm so sorry, dude. It's just 343. Like, oh my, you've had the reign for Halo longer than Bungie, and you did the exact opposite of Bungie. Bungie, for the time that they had it, they were like praised. They were gods to the gamers. And then now 343 takes over the reins, has it longer than Bungie, and you would think they would get one right. Oh well, to be fair, they did. Oh wait, to be double fair, they didn't even work on it. It was a separate studio that worked on Halo Wars 2, right? Yeah. It's just like every turn they went. What do people that play Halo like? All that? Don't put it in the game. Make the game feel like Call of Duty. Oh crap, players didn't like that. They didn't like the loadouts. They didn't like the sprinting. Yeah, I'm actually kind of getting emotional.
They once provided is a phantom, a memory. With this franchise left
won't.
unchecked, who will you turn to for protection?
Halo Studios.
Halo
That's right. 343 has completely
I'm sorry, I choked. Oh, a little bit of throat boogie went down the wrong way. Oh my god, what the? All right, Papa Fortunate's not choking anymore. Take a little breather. Holy shit, that felt scary. Oh my god, hold on, let me take a sip of good old Joe. I'm sorry for the interruption, Ackman. I actually that felt, oh my god, sorry everybody. All right, start the video again.
Rebranded their company. Poof, gone into
Hold on, let me go back a bit.
Right, 343 has completely rebranded their company. Poof, gone into the Shadow Realm with you. Not only this, but they're also switching to Unreal Engine 5 for future Halo projects.
I was right,
Multiple Halo projects are in the works. And that old Slip Space engine that was covered in dust and technical debt and spaghetti code, they're leaving that behind too. During a Halo World Championship Series in this year of our Lord, Sergeant Johnson, 343 put out a 6.5-minute video right before the grand finals. And this video, well, it's starting to fix the apathy I've had towards this franchise. This video contained some of the most important updates the Halo franchise has had in the last 12 years. And we're going to talk about it all because I'm a little excited at the prospect for change.
You know how long I felt like that with Halo? I felt when I saw Halo 5 and I saw the whole like chasing the god-awful marketing of Halo 5. Well, I say god-awful, but it was actually really good marketing because you see freaking Master Chief wearing the freaking robe. Then you see that giant-ass thing come from the sand and you're like, oh my god, is Halo 5 gonna be good? And then you have that dumpster fire. A real amazing job, by the way. Amazing job to the writer. What was his name? Brian Reed. Amazing job. Yeah, let's make it that the people playing the game, they have to read all the books, they have to see all the movies, they have to see all the shows, they have to see every little thing, they have to see all the podcasts, Hunt the Truth podcast, they have to see that doesn't just no. I actually want to cry. What have they done to my Halo? Oh, I felt like there's so many. And then Halo Infinite, to the point where when I saw Halo Infinite coming out for PC and I saw the freaking trailer and everything, I was like, I'm buying it on the spot. Immediately bought it, and I mean, it's kind of better than all the other Halos they made, but still. It's not the same.
And we're going to talk about it all because I'm a little excited at the prospect for change.
All right, you know what? Let's see if you can help me understand that, man.
Wasn't just taking easy pot shots, just taking a dump on that travesty of a TV series, or revisiting Halo 5 because I want to make Halo videos, but I don't have much to talk about. So is this the start of a great new era for Halo? Are we finally heading out of the Dark Ages? Well, if you've been paying attention since 343 took over, you'll know there's still plenty of things to be skeptical about. To be honest, I always felt it was a strange decision to name the studio tasked with developing Halo after the main antagonist from the first and the third game. I get that the Monitor tried to protect Halo from Master Chief, so maybe that was their way of saying, we're gonna protect Halo. Unacceptable! But changing to Halo Studios, maybe that's their way of saying, hey guys, we're out of our villain arc. I think the new logo is a throwback to some old concept art Bungie had.
We're not gonna be messing with Halo and making it dog shit for you guys, so we're actually gonna try our hardest to make the game good. And then us fans like, wait, what? You were intentionally making it bad? That's how I felt like right now when Ackman said that. Imagine if they actually came out with that save and say, we're out of our villain arc, guys. We'll be making good games now. Everybody would just be going like, what? What the hell, man?
We're out of our villain arc. I think the new logo is a throwback to some old concept art Bungie had when they were creating the original Halo logo. But they should just use the concept art Bungie had.
What the hell is this symbol right here? Oh god, you know what? They nailed it was the name. I don't like any of these. Actually, this one, the middle one right here is actually kind of cool. That one's actually pretty nice. I guess these two as well, but I'm kind of glad they went with the one that we all know and love now.
We're creating the original Halo logo, but they should just use the old Halo logo. I mean, it's instantly recognizable, and it's important to capitalize on brand recognition. I think even the most skeptical and pessimistic would agree
if it ain't broken, why change it?
This is a good idea. Rebranding is a good idea, especially among the greater gaming audience. 343 Industries was a name associated with the decline of one of the greatest shooters. It was associated with disappointment, unfulfilled promises.
Oh my god, dude. And yeah, I forgot about that whole thing as well. What was it? Halo 3 to Halo 4? Master Chief going into the stasis chamber or the crowd chamber suddenly has brand new freaking armor, has brand new freaking guns and all this shit, and it's like, how did he change armor? Unless Cortana did like some, and it's like, how did he change armor? Unless Cortana did like some Amazon delivery, 1 day galaxy delivery, and then the freaking she ordered brand new armor from them. I don't understand how he changed armor. The beginning of the game, and 343 already fumbled the bag kind of there. Like, how did Master Chief get new armor and all that when he was in a cryo chamber?
With failing to meet expectations,
that's some
it
nice
felt like
looking armor,
with every
though. I'll
new
give him
release,
that.
we'd get part of what we wanted, but it always seemed to come with a heavy price paid.
We made the really tough decision to delay shipping campaign co-op.
You can't keep getting away with it!
Now that old leadership has been
Oh yeah,
replaced
co-op was
with
actually
new
in it. It was
leadership,
like a
the
bug that
rebrand
you
makes
could
a
do
lot
and
of
it worked
sense.
perfectly
They're
fine.
leaving their past behind, quite literally. They're leaving the Slipspace engine behind and their former identity. I think this rebrand has been a long time coming. They'll be able to distance themselves from previous failures and missteps and start fresh. There's still plenty of questions that we need to answer, and so I think we should take a look at the video itself, and I'll give you my thoughts and opinions on it. There's a lot to dive into.
What made Halo successful at the beginning? What is the legacy of Halo, and what's the soul that we want to bring forward, and what's the craft of making Halo games, and how do we set our studio up best
double reaction,
to go
all right.
deliver on that?
Interesting question. What made Halo successful? It's important to recognize that, again, this is a 6.5-minute video, so the things they say are vitally important.
Awesome
It's been cut and
one-liners.
trimmed down to contain the best parts. But what
Amazing
made Halo
armor,
successful is a
amazing
question I
lore.
feel like I've been trying to answer in my videos for a very long time. It's a combination of many things, but most vital among them is community. Community is what made Halo so successful.
Oh, yeah.
Multiplayer was envisioned
Yep,
as a fun
multiplayer.
party game to play with your
Oh god damn it, dude. There's a part of me that feels so sad that I never got to enjoy Halo multiplayer. Look, I was a kid when Halo 1 and 2 were out, and at the time, I think we didn't have internet. I don't know. It's just, his point is I never got to enjoy multiplayer Halo. I did do occasional like multiplayer sessions with some family members and friends, but it was nothing as big as those videos you will see of those people doing a 16-player LAN party or anything like that. It's one of those things that when I look back, I kind of wish I was able to enjoy it, but it is what it is. If you were ever in a Halo LAN party, let me know down in the comments. Was it a lot of fun? Was it overhyped? Let me know down in the comments, all right?
your friends, something that Nintendo would have made if they created a shooter. You know, over the course of 10 years, Bungie cultivated a very wide audience of gamers who, like Unishek says earlier, felt like they never ran out of things to do. And the Halo community is one of the most underrated. Whenever I go to these HCS events, everyone I meet is super cool. I never have a bad conversation with anybody. I get recognized. Everyone there is super passionate about Halo. And so what made Halo successful was that it appealed to so many different kinds of gamers. You think about all those videos on YouTube over the last 5 or so years that have made these videos about how Halo Infinite is so disappointing, how 343 killed Halo, yada, yada, yada. And I hope this new Halo Studios team recognizes that we have lost a lot of fans. But Halo still has that brand recognition, and if the cards are played right, we can get these fans back, and we can rebuild that community. Obviously, what they're thinking is a fresh start, new engine. They're hitting the reset button, which again has
shiny.
to make you a bit worried if they're just going to completely drop the Infinite plotline and just forget about the Endless.
Call me crazy and let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree, or you're in the middle. I wouldn't be opposed if if Halo Studios would just be like, hey, you know, all the games that we just made, ignore that. This game is basically starting right after Halo 3, so this is going to be a brand new take on Halo 4. Yeah, just ignore all that. I wouldn't be opposed to it. And imagine if the game is actually really good. Imagine if the campaign is solid. Imagine if the multiplayer is solid. I don't think people will be opposed to it. Sure, some people will be like, it's kind of annoying that you made us go through that whole journey and didn't end it. In all honesty, who freaking cares when it was pretty trash? All I'm gonna say is I'm not opposed to it. Let me know if you agree or not.
Forget about the Endless. But this is, in a way, our first look at the next Halo game. It also sounds like they're looking to the past to understand how Halo became a cultural phenomenon, how it has the legacy it does.
When I first heard about Halo moving to Unreal Engine, my first thought was, this is going to be a really hard secret to keep.
And it was. There were a lot of rumors circulating, which are pretty much all confirmed now, that 343 was swapping to Unreal.
I don't know why you would want to keep that a secret. I feel like you want to tell people that, hey, we're not using that crappy Slipspace engine. We're using something better. Ah, thank God. That should have been something people would want to know. Obviously, maybe there's a contract or NDA. I don't know, but yeah, I guess.
Pretty much all confirmed now that 343 was swapping to Unreal, and now it's fully confirmed, so we can talk about it.
Before, we really had to split our focus in thinking about building an engine, supporting it, being really kind of a tech company and a studio at the same time.
And I think if you're looking for the simplest explanation for why Halo has faced the issues it has under 343, that was it. Bungie kept much of their staff after each new release. So they had a core unit of veterans who understood the Blam engine, meaning there likely wasn't massive amounts of time spent getting new developers to learn it.
Exactly what I said in the beginning. You're making all these people learn this new engine, and not only that, this engine was just freaking duct taped together by random people that then got fired, so nobody in the studio knew how to use the engine. It took even longer for the people that did work to now know how to use that engine, and I think they used work for hire. Oh, that's the term, work for hire as well, so they would have to learn how to use the engine. And it was just a shit show compared to Bungie, where it was just like, oh, we all know how to use the Blam engine. Okay, make this game. All right, easy. Halo 2 came out. Crap, we're on a time crunch, but we know how to use the engine. Boom, made the game in 9 months. That's how it should have kind of been. I just don't understand why they did that.
There likely wasn't massive amounts of time spent getting new developers to learn it. Right? We used to have a 3-year cycle with Halo games, and now it's like 3 years since Infinite came out. This is the first we've heard of the next Halo game. The engine is what's been holding it back, as well as some of the baffling creative decisions. But because of Microsoft's contracting hiring policies, they've shed so much talent, and it's created this spaghetti code with Infinite that is just too much to work on. It's just too convoluted. I'm pretty sure Slipspace and the Blam engine, though they're pretty much the same, they were proprietary. So every new employee who came on had to learn that engine if they hadn't already worked on it before, whereas Unreal is much more widely used across the gaming industry. So you have a much better chance of getting people on board who are already familiar that don't need to be trained over the course of 6 months or whatever. It's all code. It's all code, ones and zeros at the end of the day.
Since we've made the change to shift to UE, we can bring Halo forward in ways that people have never seen before while still being true to what Halo is.
I sure hope so. Like I said, there's been some...
Me and Eggman really be alike, bro. There's no way we both said this. We both have Ooga Booga brain. Oh crap, I'm tearing up. Oh god, hold on, give me a second. I need to breathe. My eyes are tearing up. Damn it, Eggman. Hold on, one more time.
To what Halo is.
I sure hope so. Like I said, there's been some insane, incomprehensible creative decisions made over the years, and that is something that worries me, is mistakes being repeated. Slipspace was treated as the cure for all their problems.
Can I say this real quick as well? Was the whole thing of making mistakes. I don't think people will be angry if they try something innovative and it doesn't work. Halo 4 came out, and then they did the whole Call of Duty thing of putting loadouts, sprint, and then putting freaking kill streaks or score streaks or whatever, and people voiced that they didn't like it. I feel like the first time, obviously I'd be annoyed, like this is horrible, but I wouldn't be angry at 343 because they were trying something new. They were being innovative. All right, they're trying something. Give them credit for that. Then if the next game comes out and they do the same dumb crap again, at that point it's like, okay, well, you're starting to piss me off because like you had data and intel from the previous game that you just did. People are telling you just do what like Halo 3 and Halo 2 have been doing, and then add some small things here and there. Nothing like a complete overhaul change of the whole system that everybody's known and love. And if you keep doing it, obviously people are gonna get annoyed.
Slipspace was treated as the cure for all their problems, and they spent so much time working on it, and in the end it didn't end up working. Now, I can't predict the future, but we're hearing some of the same talking points as they discuss the benefits of swapping to UE. And here's the thing, a new engine can revitalize the team, you know? It can make it easier to bring new people on board, but it's not an instant cure for one of the other main problems Halo has faced. Without the proper creative direction, Halo's going to suffer the same issues it did before. It doesn't matter how nice your tools are if you're still building the same house on the same faulty foundation.
New studio art director.
And with some horrible leadership, because I think we all know when you worked in a job and you tell your boss, hey, this isn't a good idea, but they have the big boy pants and they don't want to listen, so they go, oh, I'm the boss, so whatever I say goes, so do it. And then bad things happen. Look at Bungie.
New studio art director, Chris, came to me and said, hey, I have this crazy idea.
He said, hey, there's this thing called Project Foundry that I want to do. Let's make it happen.
Project Foundry.
Project
which I think
Foundry.
is a CE remake, by the way.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
It's not a game, it's a research project for our studio so we can prepare ourselves for the next steps of making Halo games.
Oh, okay. That is actually very beautiful looking.
Look at that waterfall.
Fortunate like.
Sexy. Flood, boys.
Oh.
Flood. Can you believe it? Can you believe it?
The
My
flood.
God, we might actually see an M rating in a Halo game.
I don't believe it!
This is what has been missing. I think this is a great mindset to have when going into this new project. They're creating a link between the lore of the universe and the work they'll be doing, right? This is how the Forerunners built the Halo rings, and this is how we're going to
that
build
actually does
Halo
look
games.
beautiful.
There's also been some rumors circulating.
Yeah, before anybody like, look, he said that he doesn't care about the graphics, and now he's over here saying that it's... Shut up. I can still agree that the graphics are beautiful, and I can still say the graphics are amazing. I still stand by what I said. Graphics aren't everything for a video game, okay? There's some people, and I'm kind of in the middle, where art style and graphics are the two big things when it comes to that. And people confuse art style with graphics. People confuse graphics with art style. I'm in between. As long as the game has decent art style, decent graphics, I don't care. I would rather, personally for me, I would rather the game be rich in lore, optimized very well, and the gameplay is amazing. I would rather, basically what I'm saying is I would rather have an amazing experience, a better freaking game, than caring about, oh, the graphics, oh, they're not real enough, oh, crying my tears out. Shut the hell up.
And this is how we're going to build Halo games. There's also been some rumors circulating that they're working on a Halo CE remake.
CE
And, I mean,
remake?
makes sense. Remakes are pretty hot right now. That's
Yep.
all the horror genre is. It's just remakes. Dead Space, Resident Evil 4, Silent Hill 2. And let's face it, treading
Guys, soon we're gonna get a Warframe remake.
Dead Space, Resident Evil 4, Silent Hill 2. And let's face it, treading familiar ground is probably the right way to start off this new era of Halo if we're going to start it off on the right foot. Because it means they don't have to figure out and worry about too many creative decisions. Most of the creative work has already been done.
Good.
Now all they have to do is expand on it. And you know what this means? It means we might actually see the fucking plasma rifle in a Halo game.
Oh, yeah!
Imagine.
Bring it back, damn it!
Dual wielding, huh? Playable Elite? Maybe that'll
Dual
have
wielding.
fun.
I've been saying this. I don't know why they got rid of dual wielding. Dual wielding was so fun. I mean, I did hear that freaking dual wielding. What are they called again? How did I forget the Needlers? The Needlers were so overpowered in Halo 2. All I know is bring back dual wielding. I don't know why that just got thrown into the abyss. I remember as a kid playing Halo, and then I saw dual wielding SMGs. I felt like the most badass kid in the world. Being able to have two SMGs and goes shooting down grunts and jackals and freaking elites. Just bring it back.
Well, what about dual
God.
wielding, huh? Playable
Oh,
Elite?
dual
Maybe
wielding
that'll have fun on the
Magnum.
table? Maybe we can start having the playable Elite conversation, boys. Maybe
Yep.
Invasion. I'm just spitballing, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. I understand the logic that they have
Oh, that
of
looks
wanting
nice.
to do like a CE remake, treading familiar ground, so they can understand this engine, how they're going to make Halo within it, and establish a repertoire so that their first new project under this new brand, they can get a W. Then, after proving themselves and
Hopefully.
gaining some confidence, they can start getting more ambitious. I would love to see a CE remake if it means we can get more campaign levels, more multiplayer maps, weapons, vehicles. There's so much unutilized creative potential.
Imagine if they did a remastered of Halo 2, but with every cut piece of content Bungie had to get rid of. Because if you don't remember, there was a bunch of content that was included, but then they had to scrap it all away, remake the game from scratch, and then we got the Halo 2 that we know and love now, which they did in 9 months, which amazing job. I can't even imagine the amount of crunch time, but just imagine if that would be amazing.
There's so much unutilized creative potential. All
Yep.
the Halo Wars 2 vehicles, man. I mean, it's time to use some of those, man. Now, people might point out that CE Anniversary was a remake, so why do another? But it wasn't a remake. It
Yeah.
was the exact same game with a visual overhaul.
Better,
and
yeah,
some new additional
graphics.
lore and cutscenes. When I think remake, I'm thinking like Resident Evil 4, Dead Space, where yes, they're going to hit some familiar beats, but there's room to expand and add on to that original
Same beats,
vision.
but new
The
rhythms.
Halo franchise was a graphics showcase. It was best in class. That's what Halo was when it first was released, and that's what Halo needs to be again.
Absolutely. 100% agree. Halo has always pushed the technical boundaries of visuals, graphics, and fidelity. If we ignored the faces of the prophets in Halo 2, we forgot about that. Also, Lord Hood in Halo 3 didn't look too great either, but outside of that, Halo was always pushing the boundaries of console gaming and bringing it to the next level, you know? Remember that story of Hideo Kojima when he first saw Halo 3 gameplay and he watched the plants move and react with the player as they walked into him, and he nodded his head before walking off. Almost like that impression he got from Halo was that he needed to do better work. Also, original art style. We got original art style and
Thank
that
you.
Smart 5.
I swear to God, the freaking art style for what Halo 5 and making the Covenant look all freaking weird and bulky with that weird ass armor. I don't know why it looks so freaking bad.
That's CE Chief right there.
Look at that
Also,
beauty.
it's nice to see biome variety highlighted, as that was a huge issue with Infinite's campaign. It's like it was just robotic Forerunner corridors, banished encampments, and Pacific Northwest vibe.
No
That's pretty
changes,
much
no
all
nothing.
it was. And if you look at Combat Evolved, each level was radically different in style, tone, backdrop, and there's endless amounts of creative locations you can create.
Honestly, I just find that so baffling how old games like that had so many features. Little things that such small details that people don't care about. And yet when the new games come out, suddenly those are like the big hot topics that everybody talks about. You look at old games and go, oh, look at this freaking place. You can see the snow. Oh, you can see like some little pixels of cars driving by in that freeway from far away. Who cares? And then the new games come out and you're like, wow, they didn't add cars in this freeway even though it's like a 2024 game. Oh, it's snowing, but you don't see any snowdrops or anything. It's just, people take shit for granted.
Because it's a Halo ring. They're artificially made. That cave is not a natural formation. Someone built it, so it must lead somewhere. And also, it's probably a tough decision to make because you have to confront the sunk cost fallacy when you're switching to a new engine, right? You can't just copy and paste all your previous work and add it into a different engine. I'm not a game developer, so I don't know how it works exactly, but from my understanding,
That's
so
weird.
they're
Same.
basically
I'm
going
also
to be
not a game
starting from
developer.
scratch. And that was probably a tough decision to make on the back end, but after so many
Tough decision,
mistakes,
but worth it.
It was time for a fresh start.
Yep.
And then our
You
third
need
biome
it.
was
You
the
need to
Blight
do that.
Lands, which is any land.
Ooh, that's just fucking gorgeous. That's just beautiful.
I wanted to give our team the opportunity to really express an alien world, a really alien world, taking something way further than they may have actually done in previous Halo games.
Yeah, I totally agree. Right
Yep.
there, what I just saw, it looked like Halo Wars. And Halo Wars felt different. It looked different than a lot of the flood-themed levels. You know, we
The
had High
tentacles,
Charity.
ugh.
We had,
Yeah, pretty much just High Charity.
like, the only flood-infested place. But Halo Wars was much more open, and so seeing how the flood infects a wide landscape is really interesting. How they infest the environment itself is something we really haven't seen too much of, at least in the main games.
What's impressed me about watching the Halo team work in Unreal is how beautiful everything looks, how incredible the environments look. I don't think we've seen anything quite like
God, that
that in
actually
Unreal
does look
Engine
so
before.
freaking amazing.
And it does look great. It does look great. But you know what also looks great? That first initial reveal trailer for Halo
Yep.
Infinite. And then we saw what
We
the
got
campaign looked
that.
like in 2020, and they were like, yeah, this needs another year. It needs more
Yeah,
than
we
a
need to
year.
cook it.
So it's easy to be hyped because we haven't had much to be hyped about with Halo recently. But it's also important to, you know, take a step back from the hype and not make the same mistakes, not rush to judgment that this is all going to go perfect.
Yeah.
Fortunately, we have a studio
Oh,
that's really
did you say
passionate
fortunate?
about Halo, about the look and the feel, and you know, I think there's a lot of hunger to really collaborate, to move forward together.
Hunger is a good word. They're hungry to prove themselves. A passion for Halo,
Oh, I
which
hope
again
so,
is in
dude.
stark contrast to some previous interviews we've heard from, where they talk about the Halo TV series, and it's like we didn't look at the games, or
Oh my
you know,
God,
we wanted
dude.
to hire people to work on Halo.
3 for 3. How the hell are you gonna hire people that don't know anything about the game and make a story about the Oh, I swear to God, they just keep doing the most dumbest mistakes ever. You would think this is like logical thinking, yet they don't do it. Oh my God, dude, that makes no sense. A freaking owner of a restaurant. Hey, random guy, do you know how to cook? No, I can't cook for shit. Good, you're hired.
We didn't look at the games, or, you know, we wanted to hire people to work on Halo that didn't like Halo. It's a complete
yeah, that
180
one.
in terms
Oh
of
my
what they're
God,
saying.
yeah.
But again,
what was that? There was one developer. He was getting shit on because he was saying like, I hate guns and gun violence is bad. Hold on, give me a second. I need to take my cat outside. I'll be right back.
A few minutes later.
Okay, I am back, and what a what a moment to pause that video. Look at it. Look at the act, man. He is high as a kite. But back to what I was saying before I was rudely interrupted by my kitty cat. There's a current developer, editor, put it on the screen, but there was a developer that basically came out saying like, I'm working on Halo, but I hate guns, and I hate guns, I hate everything related to guns, of gun violence, blah blah blah. And people are like, how the hell did you land a job in a company that revolves around guns? And I think his excuse was something about like, it's science fiction, so it's not the same thing, blah blah blah. People dug into his history and they found a photo of him shooting a gun at a gun range. And so people were just confused of, you saying you hate guns, you work in a company that is making games about guns, and yet you have a picture of you going to a gun range shooting a gun. I'll give him this, people change, okay? He could have just been like someone like me who isn't on the fence about guns and went to a gun range and shot a gun with his friends or whatever. No biggie. And then later down the line, his views change of guns are bad. I'll actually give him that. People change, their views change, their ideologies change, whatever. So I'll give them that. But you gotta admit, it's kind of funny. I hate guns. I hate it. They're all violent. They're violent things. I hate guns. By the way, there's a picture of me shooting a gun at a gun range. It just doesn't make sense. Why hire these people? I just don't get it. Why would you hire someone that hates something or a big aspect about the game you're working on? I mean, as long as they prove that they won't like mess with they won't intentionally mess up the game because they hate one thing. If he wants to say I hate guns and all this, but 343 or Halo Studios, they notice that even though he hates this one aspect of guns or whatever, he's not doing bad at his job. He's just focused on doing his job because it's his job, and outside of the job he hates guns. I'm all for it. Even I'm okay with that.
People to work on Halo that didn't like Halo. It's a complete 180 in terms of what they're saying. But again, these are all just words and some fancy screenshots. So,
and it is great to be part of a team that's growing because you can kind of see that force multiplied as people come in and take on challenges, and you can do more.
I'm getting the vibe that everyone is optimistic, hungry, passionate. These are things you want with your development team. The vibe is right. I'm getting good vibes.
It feels like a new beginning for the studio in a lot of ways, and I think that's pretty rare.
And that this also comes across as like promotional material for people who are looking for a job in the game industry. Like, hey, we're getting our shit figured out, you know? We're hungry, we're passionate, we love Halo, and we're looking for people like you.
And I think we arrived now at a point where you see the beginnings of people to start to believe in the process.
Start to believe in the process. I feel like there must have been so much frustration behind the scenes because of the cards they were dealt, right? They had to work on slip space and they had to work within the constraints of that. It must feel very liberating knowing that they're swapping to UE and they have this like newfound freedom. It'd be like me making videos on Windows Movie Maker and then getting Premiere Pro. And
oh God, the hit of nostalgia.
It'd be like me making videos on Windows Movie Maker and then getting Premiere Pro and feeling like, oh my God, the videos I can make.
It's a liberation.
You know? So I
the
totally
freedom.
Get this vibe. But also, you can't expect the studio to come out and be like, yep, we fucked up a whole bunch before. This is a new chapter. Man, we really screwed things over. No Slayer playlist at launch. Who the fuck came up? Like, they can't come out and say that stuff directly.
Well, yeah.
But they're kind of indirectly addressing some of those sentiments and trying to spark that fire.
Set a fire in your heart, Martin.
Halo Infinite was the last remnants of how we made Halo games in the past. That was our recipe. And what we are doing right now, we're changing that recipe.
Oh, I sure hope so, buddy.
That new Chief design.
Oh, what the hell? Oh.
That's
all
a
right.
cool animation.
I was actually, yeah,
My boy
nice,
Will,
okay.
Pixel Flare did that. So, Pierre just said something I think is really telling. That's how we used to make Halo games, and we're changing the recipe.
Admitting
and
that,
is exactly
hey, that's in
what
the
I want
past
to
now.
hear. But, you know, at the end of the day, I just want to see Halo succeed, and, like, I want it to see it get 250,000 concurrent players on Steam when a new Halo game comes out, and I want to see it retain a large chunk.
I
want
to see that chart stagnant for years.
Reach its full potential because I'm such a huge fucking fan. And if swapping engines and rebranding is what it takes, then I'm all on board for that.
Same.
Sure, you know, give it a try. Start fresh. It sounds like they have a much better understanding of the creative direction they should be taking this franchise in. However, and this is a big however, I also said the same thing prior to Halo Infinite coming out. And I hope this is it. I hope this is it this time. You know, don't give me false hope, please.
Don't make a girl a promise.
You can't keep.
If you know you can't keep it.
Still.
Don't make a promise to a fat, lonely, introverted, loser, gamer, gunk smelling, shitty YouTuber if you can't keep it. All these years of Halo's gonna be good. Halo 4. Halo's gonna be good again. Halo 5. Hey guys, look at Halo Infinite. Halo Infinite.
Don't make a girl a promise if you know you can't keep
Stop it, Cortana.
Still, nothing has been proven yet. They showed off some great visuals and they said all the sweet nothings I want to hear whispered in my ear, but it's too early to say, we're back, boys. Microsoft still needs to get their head out of their ass and fix their stupid dogshit contracting work policies so they can retain that top tier talent instead of letting them go work elsewhere. Be nice to the goose. They're breeding a goose to lay golden eggs. That's what they're trying to do. So feed it right. Overall, I'd say I'm feeling pretty positive of the direction this franchise is going in. I
want to be positive, but
their next project. Fingers crossed, lads. Halo may have fallen, but the ladder is still there, and we can still climb it.
I hope.
What do you think? Are you excited or skeptical for this new direction of Halo? What's one thing you want to see return in whatever the next main Halo game is? Leave your thoughts.
I'll tell you. Bring back dual wielding. Don't make it look like plastic toy soldiers. I swear, when Halo 5 came out, it looked like plastic toy soldiers going to war. It just looked dumb. Yes, it looks cool to have shiny, cool armor, but you have to remember, this is a freaking game about a war and fighting. There's gonna be scratches and everything in armor. That's what makes it look legit compared to, oh, I have toy soldier armor. Look, it's nice and clean. No, put co-op in the game. Even though I won't utilize it because I don't, but still, it's a staple. You need to put it. It'd be pretty cool if they can make it feel if like any of these new Halo games, it make it feel like how it was in Halo 2, because I loved Halo 2 of making it feel like a movie. It'd be cool if they could do that again. Make the music beautiful. Oh, do you have anything else to say, Ackman?
Comments below. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to the Ackman for more awesome content.
Go on sub.
All right, everyone. That's all I got for today. This is the Ackman signing out.
Peace. Yup.
It's a new dawn.
Okay, well, there we go. All right, well, that's the end of that video. After knowing their track record, even though they made this video and they're saying that, I just don't know. I really can't put my full trust into them. All I'm gonna say is make Halo great again. It's just sad that it went downhill so fast. Yeah, all right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna go cry my heart out. Hopefully this Halo is amazing. Let me know in the comments if you're excited about this. If you're skeptical, if you're hopeful, if you have some hope, you have faith Halo is going to be good, the next Halo that comes out is going to be good. Let me know down in the comments. And other than that, yeah, peace, ladies and gentlemen. Peace.